Greetings, fellow Earthlings, coming to you with a remote edition from this beautiful location. But just wanted to talk about our Congress and how they operate. So our Congress operates on such an antiquated system. They're paid $174,000, which seems like a lot of money, right? But then let's look at what they have to do. Every time they have to vote, they have to travel to Washington. You know, I heard AOC making some speech, and she was breaking down what it means to be a congressperson. So they have to rent a house. So typically 3 or 4 congresspeople go in on an apartment or a flat, whatever, on a rental in Washington, D.C., because they have to have a house where in their own jurisdiction. But whenever they travel to Washington, D.C., they have to have a place to stay, and hotels are not, they can't do it. So you got 3 and 4 congresspeople sharing a place to live so that they can be on site to vote. Now, how bass-ackwards is that? In 2021, you mean to tell me they can't vote remotely? It's not like, you know, I remember, you know, it made sense when we originally formulated this system, right? Because they had to take a horse and buggy to Washington, yada, yada, yada. But then again, printing telegraph. Anyway, now we have modern technology. Seems to me they ought to be able to vote online through a secured server, you know, a server that's only for that purpose, for Congress people to vote. Hello, 2021. Hello. So the only reason that doesn't exist, why, is because they don't want more Congress people to vote. They want to make it more difficult, right? It's also why certain legislation is released, you know, at the 11th hour and 500 pages, right? So, oh, you get a vote on this at midnight, but good luck reading it and knowing what you're voting on. So that's just another way we disempower our legislators, right? But what an antiquated system where they actually have to travel to Washington, D.C. to vote on the floor. Come on now. This is ridiculous. I mean, so much about our government needs to be revamped. Lobbyists should be banned. There's 5 lobbyists for every member of Congress. So lobbyists have more effect on our politicians than we do, than constituents, because we're not banging on their doors. They wouldn't make time to meet with us, but they'll make time to meet with somebody who's, you know, given their family a condo in Hawaii for a week. Yeah, they make time for those people. They make time for the Koch brother affiliates. They make time for, you know, to listen to what Jeff Bezos and, you know, and Bill Gates want, and Elon Musk. They make time for those people. You know, Elon Musk got to sit on a board meeting, you know, with Trump about energy. So yeah, was there a public vote about, you know, sustainability and what the public wants? And, you know, if the public wants to end, you know, subsidies for the oil industry, was there a vote about that? Nope. So antiquated system, we need to overhaul it. It's crazy. You know, then you got the fact that we're the only industrialized nation here in the U.S. that does not have universalized healthcare, universal healthcare of some sort. Our government has it, our Congress has it for their whole family for life, but they won't, you know, push for it even in a pandemic for us. I mean, that just shows you the game and how rigged it is by corporations. You know, hashtag force the vote. Force Congress members who are talking, you know, like they are liberal or progressive, force them to take a stand. Force them to force the vote and show where they stand. Do they stand with their donors or do they stand with the people? Is it people or is it profit that they support most? Call them on it. Hashtag force the vote. Rashid Tlaib posted this thing about, you know, pandemic and da-da-da-da. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, it'd be great if we could get health care. You know, maybe like the universal health care that you have on the taxpayer's dime. How about that? How about we just get the same health care that Congress has? How about that? Anyway, this has been another episode, a remote episode of And Another Thing with Dave. Thanks for tuning in. And you can check me out on 20 some odd different platforms now. Got listeners in India. Hello, thank you very much. In Ireland, hey, what's up? My mom's Irish. I'm half Irish. Got listeners in the Netherlands, in Bahrain, all over. Ukraine, UK, Canada. Super stoked. Thank you so much for the support. And keep on fighting, people. Keep on fighting. You can also check out live podcasts that I do on stereo. And I record my remote podcast on Anchor FM. Great place to start a podcast if you want to. Anchor.fm. Peace out.